Plasma's not dead. Okay, we got a big strike here. It's like just bombs, but at that angle and this timing, a lot of those go through. That's a ton of damage. Tumbleweed! Fucking love this map. I'm so excited that the tiebreaker is going to be on Tumbleweed too, because it's such a good map. This is a Captain Chaos map. I mean, you say that, but I have watched that man fly into open space on this map with a beam battleship and die exactly like Imperial died on Bulwark. So, we'll see. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. We're here on the public testing branch on the All Hands on Deck tournament. Riders of the Black Horse versus Team Mayonnaise. Captain Chaos, Jameis, MungoParker, and Crow are Riders of the Black Horse on ANS on Team 1. Imperial, Dragonbender, Vine, and Pronado Madness are Team Mayonnaise on OSP on Team 2. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. This is round 3 of the 3-match set to determine who goes and who dies. It's like OSP really focused on that Alco Delta side of the map. ANS has a bit of a more well-rounded drop down. They're going pretty even commitments to A, Echo, and Delta. Down with OSP. Oh my. Okay. This is gonna be good. We've got Imperial in some bulk freighters. 1 pure plasma bulker. 1 pure... Oh, 2. 2 T-30 bulk freighters with almost no point defense. Just a couple of Pavises. No missiles, no soft kill. No flak. Prone to Madness with, Pronado Madness with 3 multi-mission tugs, 1 monitor. No, this is a CIA monitor. No pads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gun shuttles. Flying rocket on Moorline. Hopefully planes. Yes! Planes, 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 planes. I've been wanting to see planes in the tournament all weekend, and we haven't seen any. Which is... why? Planes very good. Man has a shitload of bombers and a shitload of barracudas. That's just a lot. A lot of planes. No skiffs though. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a lot of skiffs. Yes, sensors too. Vine's bringing sensors too. Wow, what an idea! What an idea! Crazy, wild. Truly, the future is now. Okay, OSP actually has some mines. Pretty sure ANS doesn't, which is gonna be a big problem for them, especially for making the Beam BB get the most out of itself. I didn't go through Dragonbender, who has... yeah, it's just Garnet. We don't need to go through that. You know what Garnet is. If you don't know what Garnet is...
sucks to suck.
Captain Chaos. Beam Battleship. Same Beam Battleship we saw in the first game. It's got a lot of defensive capabilities, a lot of offensive capabilities, some SDMs, which are going to help survive those planes. But man... bombing run against that battleship could spell certain doom for it. And 1 little PD support sensor frigate thing. The device. Oh, double 450 Axfords. In fact, same double 450 Axfords that we saw last time. I don't know about this. I don't know about this build here on Tumbleweed, Chief. Because if Mungo was in the voxels, that would have been great. But Mungo's in another pair of Axfords. All of these will be pretty much immune to bombers if they stick close to each other. So maybe they'll be fine. I don't know. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. Dramus in the gun voxel. Supported with some jamming and point defense sprinters. And he's got a handful of gun and missile sprinters. Alright, don't you remember that 150k 450 CH game on Tumbleweed? No. No, I do not remember that. I don't remember that at all. Looks like, in the meantime, both teams have obliterated the opposing player's cap fleet or cap ships on the Echo side of the map. And we're probably going to see something similar happen over here on Delta. OSP able to, no contest, grab the Alpha point, which is strange. It's looking like both teams siding up to take control of the Echo side of the map with their ships. Okay, that's way too much shit on the screen. We're going to have to stay in this view. Oh man, these bulkers might get in here and absolutely ruin someone's face, and also might just die immediately. Well, there's only a voxel pointing at him, so my money's on face ruining. Why would you have fewer restores and teams on the plasma ship? That thing is the high priority target. A little bit of a build mistake there. MMT Gaming. And it's just secure the Delta point, which is going to give both teams, 2-2. This is the Green Oak site. Green Oak Skite? Greenokite? The Rock! And I think the B flash here is just going to police these missiles. Oh. World's jerkiest weave. Slams into the back of the B flash. It can get away though. Alright, by now Anus should know that there is a carrier on the field. R3's bombers escorted by... Oh, let me click on you. Escorted by some ASF Barracudas. Unfortunately, none of these can do anything about SDMs. Immediately retreating. Wow. Is that all the bombers? No, one bomber remains. I'm not sure what the Barracudas were doing, not trying to engage those missiles at all, just wigging out. Modern guy. Yeah. So that's one way to deflect a bomber strike. I was pretty worried that that voxel was about to immediately explode. Would have been awesome to see, but just a few SDMs. I think they spotted the battleship though, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't the battleship fire the SDMs? No? Maybe. Through this crevice here, he might have. Yeah, Sam's definitely worrying. There's no doubts about that. I think that might be one of the reasons why we're not seeing that much in the way of carriers in the tournament. You can just buy immunity to them with SDMs, and there's not really that much you can do about it. Thank you, dear. OSP does manage to get control of the Delta point though, so now it's on ANS to push, and they don't have much of a pushing fleet. Yeah, that's another problem with pushing, is if your opponents know exactly where you are at all times, and you got no idea where they are, and you push, you're gonna get fucking obliterated. However, this monitor just hanging out here in open space is also getting obliterated by the two 450 groups. Yeah, OSP with that 3-to-1 point advantage is going to add up very quickly, just like the last game. And this absolutely has to get something done. You need to get it done sooner rather than later, especially if they lose the Echo. Wait, is that not what I heard? Oh, no. Is it going to be one of these games where two ships hang out on the alpha point and just counter cap each other over and over again? I'd like to see the Sturgeons do something, but they really do need to be in groups of 8 to get much done. Because these are going to come up here, run into the Axford point defense, and not do anything. Can observers tell? Can observers tell what? Radar skiffs or wake skiffs? Okay. I don't think so. I don't think I can tell, because it's the same, like visually it's the same package. The way I tell if a pike has an EO ball on it or not is just looking at it. But I don't think there's any way for me to tell what this has in it. Because I can't see, yeah, if I click on something, I can't see its radar range. Oh, we've got the strike going off. Wow. Looks like some lands. Bombs aren't going to get through, but the Torps did. Yeah, it did that, but it just tells me it's a name and the weapons. Yeah, it looks like the experts were at a really bad angle. And we're getting in each other's way. Wait. I did not catch this on first look. They have backpack Mark 65s? Perfect for RPFing craft, I guess. These Sturgeons hang out up here. They're gonna get murdered. Why are they here? Oh yeah, that could have been a way more damage. I mean, the experts aren't gonna be too happy about that. But a couple torpedo lands are not a huge deal. The monitor... What are these doing? Oh my god, what are these doing? We've got the monitors and the bulkers climbing up on top of the map, heading into the ANS's spawn. And I think they're going to run into the beam battleship on their way to get these Axfords. If they don't, these Axfords are hosed. And if they do, I think the bulkers are going to immediately die. Yeah, ANS doesn't have... Oh, they know where the battleship is. Battleship is spotted. But ANS has no sensor support at all. Yeah, they're locked now as they come out from being occluded behind that rock. That is a lot of firepower. I don't have the best track. It's gotta have sensors. You gotta have sensors. You just do. Axford dodged pretty much all that. The dome is a little crispy. Most of that 100 mil isn't going to do anything until that plasma. Okay, there's the second volley of plasma. Now that Axford's in big trouble. Gonna be in very big trouble. Bulkers are throwing it in reverse. The beam battleship's heading up there, but as we already know, this thing's kind of slow. Bulkers can just hang out up here and absolutely feast. They've switched targets, actually. I don't know about that. That's a little questionable. Overestimating the damage a bit. Plasma liner absolutely has to die.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Hello, oh my. Okay, that plasma liner is taking quite a bit of damage from those 450 shells in the bottom. That is the risk of doing this sort of play. I don't think... Okay, Garnet is here. Garnet has pushed up. Just going to swing things back around dramatically in the Bulker's favor. Axfords are now outnumbered, and the beam battleship's moving up slowly. Okay, it's in range. Absolutely bloody fight here. I need the plasma ship, and it is getting beamed a little. I think it's kind of at the edge of the effective range of that beam, but it is structure broken. It's going to start dying quite quickly. Monitors move in, and they've got plasma too. Mayonnaise has, off the back of this fight, though, managed to grab a 4-to-1 cap. That is the risk of going on Safari, so OSP's gonna have to make this push work. Yeah, if the Sturgeons were up here supporting this... Oh my god. They might be coming around the backside, though. Or maybe not. They're now running away. They're getting RPF'd. Very indecisive play out of our OSP carrier player. Monitors in full retreat away from that beam battleship. The Bulkers trying to continue their path over the top. They seem to be, in tight formation. So they're going way slower than they could be. They could be just juicing it on out of here to try and get down to the Bravo point and get a cap. With that slowed plasma Bulker, they really can't get away. Plasma takes out the beam turret, and the 100mm immediately destroys it. Or removes the armor on the beam turret, I should say. Plasma's not dead. Okay, we got a big strike here. It's like just bombs, but at that angle and this timing, a lot of those go through. That's a ton of damage. Battleship, again, just taking the fight out in open space, charging forward and shooting, and getting horribly punished for it. Looks like some SDMs are going to punish Barracudas. Oh, some AMM's connecting though. Yeah, the battleship could have just like kept hanging out in the corner and rotated away from all this, but right as the Black Horses decided to just engage this directly, and they're gonna lose their beam battleship for it. What are Mungo's Axfords doing? I think they're hanging out on Delta's point. Yeah, they're pushing in to join the fight. Looks like one of the 100mm Bulkers is next. Plasma's out. Carrier's just hanging out back here. He's not doing that much. I think he's having some control problems. Oh, whoa. No. This thing got... What happened to the carrier? We get torped or shot? Okay, we got some bullet holes. Let's do some sleuthing. It's got some bullet holes. I think it got spotted and shot. I think it was hanging out up here and it got took some 450 in the side. Yeah, absolutely, that's what happened. I think Crow shot at it a bit. There's no voxels. Oh, Vox group. It's... Yeah, maybe. The voxel, yeah, might have caught it in the flank too. Those looked like 450 holes to me. Not 250. They were too big to be 250. But, oh man, that carrier being out of the fight is huge. And it is out of the fight. It has no hangers. Means the skiff are all it's bringing to the party. Of course, that is very good and useful, but losing that this early is a big problem. Looks like the bulkers are still making that push for the Bravo point. They're actually moving faster now that they've lost their plasma friend. Well, it's not going to last forever. And yeah, the monitors are getting consumed by the battleship while desperately trying to shoot the frigate of all things. Seems like a waste, especially considering how much plasma this thing has taken. Oh, it looks like the battleship's having a little bit of problems getting its beam on a target. Man, that battleship is nearly dead. Or nearly combat ineffective, I should say. It's only got one restore. It's got a couple larges, though. If Chaos can get out of this, he can zombie back a incredible amount of capability. Because it's got one restore remaining, but he's got quite a few full larges. Carrier's basically out of the fight at this point. Mungo's going to be able to control Delta. Could actually keep the 450s in that fight and turn the 250s to fire at the tug back here. Where are those going? I see. Firing at a shuttle. ANS has complete cap control. These monitors are really going to start... Oh boy, there's the backpack beam. Hello. Yes, it was. I think that's probably the game-winning move. Because that carrier very easily could have nuked the battleship with its bombs, but at this point the battleship's going to be able to devour the monitors with its shitty little backpack beam, and if it can get down to cover, yeah, okay. Yes, you gotta knock out the guns before you do that, my guy. If one of these things punches out one of your larges while you're zombieing back, you're gonna be in huge trouble. That's also a good point. Carriers are very effective. How many strike munitions? Well, we only saw it shoot at two things. The Axfords and the Solomon, so I'm gonna go with a shitload. Yeah, a ton of R1s, half its R3s, 2/3 its torps, shitload of guns, a little bit of bombs. Also, I think some of these are coming back full? No, that's incorrect. Oh, right, the Sturgeons that got shot out of the sky with the SCMs earlier. Yeah, it did have the torps. Used the torps against the Axfords, but not the battleship. You have one bomb strike going after the battleship. Did not remove the... Dude, be careful. Chaos being incredibly greedy with his restore reaching. It's got 2 larges. Okay, no, it's just the one at this point. Oh boy. Carrier is hard. So much fun. I'm gonna be real, I'm kind of glad that the initial I have to play carriers has worn off and been replaced by carriers are hard like missiles, so I'm not gonna bother by a good chunk of the player base, because that means I get to play backline all the time now. Nobody else wants to. They have to use their brain. Cowards, the lot of them. Real. They asked for good backline, they were given good backline, and then they immediately said, well, I'm just going to play the Axfords instead, actually. Lame, lame, lame. Yeah, I think this is A&S's game at this point, because the bulkers have gotten slowly whittled down by the Axfords. There's one that's going to be jumping onto the Bravo point, but Pro is in position to destroy that. Oh, this is the Plasmid Axford. I don't think this should be the one that's coming down here to fight this.
The enemy is securing zone boxer.
Yep. That's exactly what secured it. Because now the carrier can't follow up on all these damaged ships. And it couldn't help the front line win, and it couldn't do anything about the camp fleet. This piece is gonna get that Bravo point. Yeah. Gotta make your backline have value.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
This thing is not long for this world. Yeah, this 450s are gonna tear it to pieces. Out of power. Or possibly ammo? Yeah, out of ammo.
The enemy secured zone boxer.
I also wish I knew how it happened. Based on these blast points and where the carrier was, I have a feeling it drifted out to like up here-ish, and Crow was hanging out over here and shot it. Or maybe over here. Or Mungo might have shot it. That's gonna be something to discuss in the after action report. Whenever all the players get back up here. Crow can dive onto the Bravo point, take the capture. Mayonnaise game. Very resounding victory, which is surprising considering how things opened up. I was, for a little while there, I was pretty sure that OSP was going to take that victory, especially with that beam battleship charge and then getting bombed. That carrier kill really did win it.
The enemy is securing zone atlas.
Well, the reason I say 450s is because of the holes on the side. Those are 450 shells. They just are.
The enemy secured zone boxer.
It can very easily be 450 HE. You get a few right here, you get a few right here. Takes both of these out, because the hanger banks don't live very long. But we can ask.